Prepare to be awestruck as we embark on a mesmerizing journey through time, unveiling 10 astonishing discoveries that reveal our ancestors' insatiable obsession with astronomy. Prepare to be captivated by a tale of human fascination with the heavens that transcends time itself. This is the captivating story of our ancestors' enduring quest to unravel the celestial mysteries that have both shaped and inspired our shared cosmic journey. Our ancestors were incredibly intelligent, and many discoveries over the years have turned up evidence of what they studied and observed. One subject that they especially focused on was astronomy. Some of our ancestors' most impressive feats were related to what they saw in the heavens. Here are 10 reasons and discoveries as to why they loved astronomy. 1. The Dresden Codex. The Dresden Codex is a Mayan manuscript that was given to the Royal Library in Dresden, Germany, sometime in the 1730s. The manuscript didn't get any real attention until the late 1800s, when Ernst Forstmann, a German mathematician, concluded that much of the book was related to the planet Venus, although no one could read Mayan hieroglyphics at the time. Finally, in the 1920s, John Teeple, a chemical engineer, said that the text was a complex system that tracked the movements of Venus. The manuscript dates back to the 10th century and was written by an astronomer who dutifully tracked Venus over 25 years. All of this occurred 500 years before Copernicus recorded the movements of the planets. Venus's path was tracked and measured because the Maya timed certain large-scale ceremonies on the planet. 2. The Seasonal Monolith. Located on a ridge known as Gardam's Edge in Manchester, England, a 2.1 meter tall, 7 feet, 4,000-year-old monolith stands. The monolith is triangular, and its north-facing side is flat. Other Neolithic-era discoveries nearby suggest that the site had some sort of special meaning. While we don't know the significance the area had to ancient peoples, we know that the monolith had an ingenious use, marking the seasons. Based on how the monolith was illuminated, the seasons could be distinguished. During winter, the slanted side of the monolith would cast a shadow. 3. Babylonian Astronomical Geometry. Astronomical geometry, the system of calculation used to predict the movements of heavenly bodies, was long believed to have first been developed by medieval mathematicians at Oxford University in the 14th century. However, a Babylonian clay tablet bearing almost indistinguishable marks disproves that notion. The deciphered tablet shows what is believed to be the earliest system of astronomical calculation and dates to at least 1,400 years earlier than the developments at Oxford. The Babylonian system was developed somewhere between 350 and 50 BC and was used to track the movements of Jupiter, or the White Star, as they referred to it. The tablet was one of 4 others known to deal with geometry, but they couldn't be read until 2015, when a sort of Babylonian Rosetta Stone was discovered, allowing for the tablets to be understood. All of the tablets were complex sets of calculations that were themselves abbreviated from another, complete table of geometric formulations. 4. The oldest Mayan calendar. In 2012, an excavation of the 9th century Sultan ruins in Guatemala uncovered a crumbling wall with a mural. When the mural was examined, a room, partly exposed by looters, was found to bear numerals, figural paintings, and, most importantly, lunar glyphs. The presence of lunar glyphs suggested that the walls were related to astronomy in some way. The Maya were known to meticulously record astronomical information, so researchers began to look into the theory. After decoding the glyphs and numerals, the walls were found to bear the oldest Mayan calendar ever discovered. The Sultan numerical tables show how extensive Maya knowledge of astronomy was. They created their system of time measurement based on lunar movements, and some charts even suggest that they observed and studied planetary motions, like the lunar cycles of Jupiter. 5. Celestial Petra. Petra was the capital of the little-known Nabatean civilization, which existed from the 3rd century BC to the 1st century AD. Petra was, among many things, a bustling center of commerce, a religious hotspot, and a city built specifically for celestial deities. The Nabateans worshipped the sun, and most of the structures built in Petra specifically correspond with it. In fact, at certain times of the year, like the winter solstice, many of the important buildings were brilliantly illuminated by the sun's rays. The winter solstice held great importance to the Nabateans, as they believed it marked the birth of their main god, Dashara. In their monastery, Ad-Dir, the sacred podium has the effect of creating a sort of light and shadow show during the winter solstice. 6. The Antikythera mechanism. The Antikythera mechanism, named for the Greek island it was discovered near, was found in 1901 in the wreckage of a ship dating back to the 1st century BC. Over the years, historians have puzzled over the artifact's use, and it was soon discovered to be a mechanical device that served as a calendar to measure the positions of the sun, moon, stars, and planets. However, we only recently learned who the device was meant for: philosophers and students. 7. The stargazing tombs. In Portugal, 6,000-year-old tombs made of stone slabs were discovered in 2016. The tombs may have had a significant use, viewing Aldebaran, the red star, which is brightest in the Taurus constellation. Like a telescope without a lens, many of the tunnels are aimed to give an unobstructed view of Aldebaran that is enhanced by the structures. The star may have been important to shepherds who led their flocks to summer grazing grounds in the mountains. Viewing Aldebaran would have been an important event that would have coincided with its appearance in the morning twilight. The tombs weren't just for burial, they were for rites of passage. Many such ceremonies involved entrusting an astronomical secret to initiates, in this case Aldebaran. 8. The Demon Star Calendar. The Caro calendar, also known as the Demon Star Calendar, dates between 1237 and 1163 BC. The demon star is a flickering star known as Algol, which is one of the calendar's focuses. The Caro calendar tells which days were supposed to be lucky or unlucky, and astronomers began to notice a pattern in the calendar. This pattern was detected every 2.85 days, which matches the regular dimming of Algol. Algol comes from the Arabic phrase Ras al-Ghul, which means the demon's head, but the Egyptians called it Wadjet, or the Eye of Horus. To the Egyptians, when the eye of Horus was bright, it meant that Horus was raging and angry, but when it was closed, it meant he was pacified. 9. The Greek constellation wine cup. For many years, historians thought that an ancient two-handled Greek wine cup, now held at Lamia Archaeological Museum in Greece, was decorated with nothing more than innocuous depictions of animals. However, after closer examination, the cup was found to possibly illustrate images of star constellations. The actual artifact dates to 625 BC and received no real attention when first discovered. While many Greek objects were decorated with hunting scenes, this wine cup was different. Several animal species were out of place. For instance, dolphins are depicted alongside land animals, while scorpions are featured prominently at a time when they were rarely shown alongside other animals. 10. The Great Circles at Orkney. The Great Circles is the name given to an extensive Neolithic era site that is the oldest group of standing stones in Britain, dating back 5,000 years. For many years, it was believed that the Great Circles corresponded in some way to the sun and moon. What we didn't know is just how intricate the circles are. Using cutting-edge 2D and 3D construction models, researchers were able to see the precise relationship between the Great Circles and the skies. It seems that not only were the Great Circles in line with several different arrangements of the sun and moon, but they were also in line with the landscape and horizon and the movements of the sun and moon in that area. As we conclude this captivating journey through the 10 awe-inspiring discoveries that illuminate our ancestors' profound obsession with astronomy, one truth becomes abundantly clear. The stars have guided our collective human story since time immemorial. From ancient observatories meticulously aligned with celestial phenomena to intricate astronomical calendars that captured the rhythm of the heavens, our ancestors' fascination with the cosmos transcended time and culture. If you found our video informative, kindly subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on our videos.